What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We're back with the Chevelle. You guys probably been waiting on the Chevelle for a while. I've been making you wait for a reason. I just didn't want to get out here and do anything to it. But we're here now, so let's take a look at it. I think today I'm going to focus on just trying to get the transmission out and opening that side case up, show you guys what's inside of it. Maybe we'll see something wrong with it, or maybe it was the shifter the whole time. Either way, transmission's got to come out, so does the engine. So today, I think it's not that big a deal to pull the trans. It's small. We can leave the bell housing. None of that has to come out. Just the transmission. There's only 4 bolts. 4 bolts hold the transmission in. And of course, the cross member, the exhaust, I don't think is in the way. The e-brake cables, yeah, those are probably in the way. But I think it'll come out relatively difficultly. I won't say easy, because then we know everything's going to go to hell in a handbasket. So it's going to be very, very difficult. So we got Michael over here from Santa's Workshop. What's up?
Hello, hello. How y'all doing?
He came over and he already helped me remove the hood. We should have filmed that. It was so exciting.
Oh, I know.
It was so, I mean, yeah, it was not exciting. Look what I got though, guys. I got new stickers. These stickers are so faded and they're just falling apart, man. Same here. Same with all of this. It's all just kind of, it's all coming apart. So I did the right thing and I found a company that reproduces them. And look what we got. Look, they match. Look at that. Yep, fresh stickers, fresh fan, and then the $3.96 right there. Yeah. $100 for a bag of stickers. $100. Apparently, everything for a Chevelle is expensive because it's a Chevelle.
Everything for an old Chevy is expensive. Let me tell you.
Well, guys, if you don't know who Santa's Workshop is, hopefully you all do by now. But if you don't, I'm gonna have a link down below to his channel. We can go see his latest project. I've been following along as best I can. YouTube has been stiffing you, I think.
Yeah, I think so. So I've tried something this past week. I'm pulling a Randy. I'm popping out a video a day.
Oh, there you go.
As long as I can hold out.
It's definitely not the easiest thing in the world to do. But I'm going to have a link to his channel down below. And lately, he's been working on that Corvette. Mm-hmm. That, what is it, an 82?
77.
Oh, it's a, wow, I was way off. 77. Yep. Red Corvette. You just got done doing a lot of wiring.
I haven't done the wiring yet.
Oh, you're not done with it?
Well, by the time this video comes out, I might be done with it.
You did a lot of painting.
Did a lot of painting.
Looks a lot cleaner now.
Got the wheels all painted, ready to get
nice.
Them on. Wiring is the only thing I have left before we drop the motor in.
All right, guys, go check out Santa's Workshop. Link down below. I'm going to get this car up in the air. My biggest concern so far has been the distributor. Everybody knows they like to snap as soon as the motor starts tilting back. But there are, I mean, I see a good 4 inches that we can maneuver this thing. And I'm going to leave, at least for right now, I'm not trying to take out the bell housing and everything. I just want to pull the transmission. The clutch and everything, believe it or not, works. That all actually works. It's just the transmission part that's not working. And I think we may be able to pull, because I'm going to take the radiator out and all of this. Right. I think we might be able to pull this whole thing out with the bell housing still attached.
Yeah, you want to go, well, start to say now, those headers.
I'm taking the headers off.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to take the headers off.
Out the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
And since you don't have any Freon in the system, we can move that.
Probably just disconnect the lines from the back.
It.
Compressor can come out with it.
This thing doesn't have any lift hooks on it at all.
It does not. There are no lift hooks on this. And, you know, normally I wouldn't feel too concerned about lifting it from the intake. But this is an aluminum intake, and it's a cast iron big block motor.
Yeah.
So I'm not too keen on putting an adapter plate on the carburetor and lifting the engine from an aluminum manifold. I'm just excited to get the motor and the transmission out. The motor needs to be resealed. Holley's sponsored. I hadn't told anybody that, I don't think. Not on YouTube, but Holley is now an official sponsor. So they are sending us a Holley Sniper EFI conversion kit, and it's going to be the what did they call it? The Holly Sniper, the one that's
Stealth.
Stealth. Holly Sniper Stealth. They're also sending us a coil. They're also sending us a driver module. They're sending us the fuel pump and everything that we need to get the fuel system going for fuel injection. Sending us the new distributor, the dual spark distributor, so that the EFI unit can control timing and everything. So there should be no worries.
Nice.
They said the biggest things you got to make sure you're careful with are do the wiring right. And exhaust leaks. Said exhaust leaks are a no-no because that system relies heavily on an oxygen sensor.
So we'll have to drill and tap in a bung.
Oh, yeah, what he wants me to do is have a bung welded. He said mock it up, mark where it needs to go. If you want, tap it, in the center to get a hole started for it, for the drill. But he said make sure, you get that welded and make sure you've got gaskets that are not going to leak. He said because if your headers are leaking at all, it's gonna send this thing through the ringer. It's gonna be a world of problems. So shout out to Holly and Watch JR Go and Puddin's Fab Shop for helping to hook that deal up. That's probably my biggest sponsor and the only sponsor that I have for the Hot Rod Power Tour.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, guys, I could talk all day, but the transmission's not going to come out on its own. So let's get this thing up in the air. I've got everything over here ready. This really is not a big deal. Getting it out is easy. Getting it back in is a little more difficult. But I want to get it out. I want to get the side of the case off to try to figure out what went wrong and see if it's like, if you could see a torn up gear. I mean, that whole side case comes right off.
Right.
You could see everything in there. And I want to show these guys like, oh, look, second gear is destroyed. Or maybe it's just there's this retaining, some kind of clip, fork looking thing in there.
Right.
Maybe it's bent. Maybe it broke. I don't know. But first, we got to get the transmission out, so let's get the car up in the air. All right, so let's climb up under here. I love that you can stand all the way up under here, guys. So here's the problem child right here, this little bitty transmission. What's great about it is there's only 4 bolts that hold it in. 1, 2, 3. The 4th one is a little harder to get to, but it's up there. I've already removed the shifter, thanks to Santa. He reminded me that I might want to take the shifter off before we try taking the trans out. You got a cross member here. 2 bolts over there, 2 bolts over here. Then, of course, the trans mount bolts right there. And you should be able to at least slide. I don't think we're going to be able to take this cross member out because of the exhaust. We might be able to if we maneuver it, angle it to pull it out. We might. I don't think so. I don't think this is coming out with the exhaust, and we can at least try to get it moved out of the way. We got a wire here, which I assume is probably the reverse lights. There's only 2 wires, so looks like that would be the reverse lights. And then, of course, drive shaft way down here. 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts to get those little caps off, and the drive shaft should be able to pop out. And then we should be able to drop a transmission. I got the transmission jack right there. So I'm gonna get in here and start removing bolts. All right, guys, it's time to bring this bad boy down. This time we put a strap on it, a big honking strap, to hopefully keep it from shimmying around too much. It's an aluminum case, we found out, but it's heavy, and if it falls, I ain't catching it.
It's a aluminum case filled with big heavy metal gears.
That sounds about right. It makes a lot of sense. So I'm gonna just kind of drop it down just a hair, and then I'll probably have to help it out a little bit here. Nope, looks like she wants me to help her now. So, boy, it's exhaust here, right? All right. There she goes. There she goes. There you go. Look at the easy peasy. Can we start counting the comments that are going to say that you did all of this? And I'm just here for the finale.
Okay.
I'm just here to drop her down and
I will tell them right now there is a fact that there is no way I could have done this because I cannot get under this lift at this height.
He's just saying that, guys. He did everything, and I'm just here to take the glory. I'm kidding. A lot easier with your help. He's definitely a huge help. And he's full of great ideas. You know, like, hey, take the shifter out before you drop the transmission. Yeah, that was a really good one. A solid idea. Solid idea.
Well, it was one of those. It's like we've been here before.
Yeah, I seem to remember that too. Look at that way. You know what this is? It's a transmission. That's what it's a transmission. It's a transmission that don't work quite right. All right. Well. Oh wow. I think there's a rear main seal leak on the engine there. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit. You know what this doesn't have on it?
Over here.
VIN number.
There is an awful lot of oil on top of that thing.
You know, that's probably the torsion converters. You know, the torsion converters paired with the 305 Come Alives and the Monster Tune could be causing that.
And you're low on bleaker fluid.
And I'm low on bleaker. And my muffler bearings are bad too. While we're at it.
I actually found those on sale the other day.
Oh my God, yeah. muffler bearings. You know what we're gonna do? I'm thinking we're gonna take this transmission off of here and pop that little side case off, because that's where everything lives.
I would say don't take it off. I'd say just leave it on there. That way you got a workbench for now.
As soon as I open it, it's going to dump oil everywhere.
That's true.
And there's no drain plug.
That's true.
What I want to do is turn it on its side, lay it on the ground, and just pop the rest of these. What were these, 1/2 inch?
Yeah.
I mean 13 mil. 13 mil. Hey, I'm a new age guy. We don't know nothing about standard. Guys, let's get this off of here. This sucker weighs about 1,000 pounds. I'm going to unstrap it, get it on the ground. Let's take that case apart. Just see. Maybe there's a broken gear or some metal or
see
something.
What we got.
Yeah. And then we can compare it to the other transmission to make sure it's even going to fit. Splines could be different.
I don't think so.
Well, I've got a whole new flywheel that matches this, that matches the new one. So I got a new flywheel, clutch, pressure plate, all that stuff. So we'll get this off here, guys, and we'll take a look at it. Now these little suckers right here, this is what got me burnt. Yeah.
He would have carried an extension with him and socket.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you'd think, right? Wouldn't that have been smart? You know what it is? It's the wrong size.
Are those metric?
It's a 9/16, I think. Look at that. Whoa! Almost had a problem. This thing took a transmission out of a car, and she was having trouble with these. All right. Time to see what broke. God, this thing is nice. Wow. This is amazing.
Well,
Smell that? Everybody loves the smell of gear oil. Oh, especially limited slip gear oil. That stuff is the best. All right. I'm going to have to pop this or tap on it with... There she goes. Those are supposed to stay with it. There's these, those right there. These are, oh. Well, she's wore down pretty damn good.
Yeah, it is. Not as bad as I would think.
This transmission looks rebuilt on the inside, Mike. Look at them gears.
I see no reason for that thing popping out like it was.
Neither do I. Everything in here looks beautiful. There's still markings on it.
I mean, there is. I see no metal flake.
How about that?
Interesting.
The only thing that I see is if you look at this one, feel for feel for a ridge here. There isn't one. I mean, there's going to be a little bit of wear, shiny, because it rides on there. But there's no, there's a little bit of a lip right there, barely. But really nothing on this one. Where's the other one? This one, on the other hand, well, it's not that bad either. It is right there.
That one there is.
That one right there is. That's pretty bad. See, there's shifting gears right there. I would assume this one goes, yeah, back. And if I remember right, isn't 1 to 2 right here? I guarantee, I'll bet you money, this piece right here that locks in those gears, I'll bet it's damaged on the inside. Maybe. And it allows it to slip. Let's see if I can show you guys how this would work. This would ride in here like this. All right, and you got your shift, I don't know what the hell you call this, thingy-la-bob, all right? When you turn this, this would be held in the case, and it would push this either back, or when you turn it the other way, it pulls it forwards. Where's my, let's find my big screwdriver. Let's see if we can force it. Get out of there. Urgh. She went a lot easier a minute ago. There it is. There it is. You see how,
Ooh, yep.
You see that?
Yep.
We got problems. Shine that, put that down in here. See if you can show them this.
Yep.
Oh, there's some teeth missing, I think. Unless those are supposed to be missing. I don't know.
Don't get me to line.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't build transmissions. All I know is that this does not work the way it should. But as far as like metal flakes, I don't see anything in there that
No.
that looks troubling.
That thing's completely rebuildable.
Yeah. That may have been the better bet, honestly. It's the right transmission. Could have took it to somebody. I bet they could have figured out what's wrong with it in 10 seconds.
There's that one place I told you about.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to pull this bad boy off the bell housing and see what all's going on in here. I wonder how heavy it is. I think we're about to... Did I get all the bolts out? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah. All right. I think we're going to need a pry bar to help loosen this up.
I gave you a big one.
Now, all I got to do is loosen it up just a little bit without knocking it off. There's nowhere to really grab a hold of it here. Look at me, Mom. I got a big stick. Yeah. That's what I feel like under here with this stupid thing, man. Golly. The engine's not even supported by anything, which is horrible. I feel so bad about that.
Well, it's not up against the firewall, so.
She is,
She's on there.
yeah, she's on there, man. Holy crap. All right. We'll just come back when I get this stupid thing off. No sooner than I said, cut, did this thing decide it finally wanted to cooperate and come off. All right. There she goes. Oh, wow. Yeah. It's a little dirty up in there, ain't it?
Just a hair.
I think there's a little oil leak going on back there. Yep, I sure do. Just a little oil.
Mercy sakes.
Wow, that throwout bearing looks like it got hot. Doesn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean...
Or is that just, that's just grease?
That's just grease.
That's grease. Now,
Is that engine oil or is that transmission oil?
You want to dip your finger in it and find out? I'm thinking it might be engine oil.
I'll sniff my finger in it. I ain't sniffing yours.
I'm pretty sure it's engine oil, but my hands are so covered, I can't tell for sure.
Engine oil.
Engine oil. Damn it. So we still have to take the engine out?
Yeah.
I thought maybe I'd just gotten out all that. Okay. Well, I guess next. I could take the clutch out. I don't know why. But yeah, I'm going to pull the clutch out just so I can take a look at the rear main seal, see how bad it is. Just pop this clutch off. Oh, no, because then I got to take the flywheel. Let's just take it all off. Who cares? Yeah, I'm going to take it apart. Screw it. It's what, an extra 10 minutes?
Sure.
10 minutes.
10 minutes tops.
10 minutes tops. Okay, so you know one of the things everybody hates is trying to get the pilot bearing out. Mm-hmm. You could use a slide hammer. Right. I've seen people use bread. I'm not sure if that really works, but I've seen people shove bread and beat like a drift in there, and it comes out. I want to show you something, though. Have you ever had a pilot bearing? Let's look at this real quick. Have you ever had a pilot bearing come out that... Ooh.
That's been rotating in there a little bit.
Yeah, she's been moving around, guys. That doesn't seem to fit.
Now, is that a bearing or a bushing?
Pretty sure that, well, that's not a bearing, is it?
That looks like just a copper bushing or a brass bushing.
You're right. Hold on. Well, there's no bearing in there. There's nothing else in here. That's it.
I wonder if it just takes a brass bushing and not a bearing.
Maybe it does. Well, that new kit should have come with, it's got the throw-out bearing and everything, so I'll bet that's what it is. I'm going to take these off. We'll get the flex plate off, and we could take a look and see how bad that rear main seal is leaking too. Oh, good. This thing is...
That torque is scary on that thing.
It'll rip your wrist off if you're not careful. Good night. I mean, not an issue getting the bolts off, though. Oh, shit. All right. Moment of truth. I'm gonna need to. I don't want to put a pry bar on that. You know how heavy that thing is? You know what's gonna happen when that thing comes flying out at me? What about just a hammer? What about just tapping it lightly with a hammer? All right, I think. I don't think. I know. I got it. Okay. Don't even think about trying to hurt me. Oh,
I thought about it.
Jeez Louise, man. Oh my God. All right. Now, we got to take a look and see. Because obviously these things are slightly different. That's a little concerning to me. All right, let's open these up and take a look. All right, guys, so we've taken a little while to kind of compare things and look at things, and everything's going to work, right? It's perfect. Couldn't ask for a better setup.
Remember when I said you was jinxing yourself?
Ah, crap. Yeah, we got a bit of a problem here, guys. I'm going to hold you directly over the brand new flex plate. And if you see something sticking out down there on the edges here, like right here, what that is the old flex plate. There's a there's a good couple inches or better difference in diameter
Yeah.
between this one and the one underneath it. Same thing with the clutch, of course. I mean, stands to reason. If you put this in the center here, get, all right, where everything is lined up, look at this. Look at the difference. All right, so the clutch disc is smaller, flywheel smaller. I don't need to open the pressure plate. I already know it's going to match the clutch disc here, so it's going to be smaller as well, but everything else will work, right? The bell housing and everything's good?
No.
Oh.
Tail shaft's wrong too.
Tail shaft is wrong. Well, yeah, that I knew. I was willing to overlook that, though. I was like, okay, the tail shaft's a little different.
If that was just it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could understand. But with everything else. No, tail shaft's wrong too, by God.
Yeah, it is. That was disappointing. But at that I knew after the fact. I didn't know before I bought it.
Right.
But after the fact, and I was like, well, I can make it work for now. But not only that, take a look at the bell housing, all right? I mean, obviously the bell housing is backwards here. So it's hard to compare it too thoroughly. But you see all the holes line up. That's what's important. All the holes line up. All the way down. Okay, so it is where it's supposed to be. The problem is when you get over here, this bell housing is bigger. I wonder if that's to accommodate a bigger flex plate, a bigger clutch disc, and a bigger pressure plate. Because it seems like it's just a couple inches.
Yeah.
Which is about the same difference we have with everything else. I'm wondering if that's... Now, you had a theory that maybe they sent me parts for a small block Chevy.
Yeah. That's what I'm figuring.
You guys will have to comment below. I don't know. Makes sense to me, though.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. Like, everything is smaller. As you would expect it to be for a small block versus a high torque big block engine. At this point, what are we going to do? I don't know. I'm out right now, currently, almost $3,000 for this transmission. And as you said, the tail shaft is wrong. I could make it work. It will work.
Right.
But when you throw in that's wrong, the bell housing I got was wrong, the flywheel, clutch disc, pressure plate, it's all wrong.
Yeah.
So now I got to go out and buy all this other stuff after I already spent the money on that. And even if I put it all together, it's not going to be... This one's right. All of this is right. I can reuse my bell housing. I'm sure my flex disc is fine, or my flex plate is fine.
Yeah.
I could probably take it down, get it resurfaced, no big deal. Then it's just a matter of finding the right clutch kit for it. Could be done, but I don't know. I really want this car back on the road. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a hold of the guy that built this. I'm just going to see what his ideas are. And if we can't get something resolved quickly, I think I'm going to take your advice. I'm going to holler at your guy and send this transmission down there and let them fix it, make it right. Hopefully it was something stupid and simple. Right. Maybe even use that shifter, or maybe just buy one, because I may have to return all of this. I don't know. It's a bummer, though. It's a bummer because right now we've got 1 month till Power Tour. 1 month till June 13th. I've got Holly sponsoring this whole thing. They're sending me a lot of really expensive stuff. And depending on parts availability, this could be I guess worst case, I'm doing the Power Tour. I'm doing it. So I figure worst case scenario, I have to go with that transmission. It will work. I'll use my bell housing. It will work. I'll use my flex plate. And then I just got to find a clutch kit. And that's it. Reseal the engine, put the Holly stuff in it, put it all back together. And it'll be a... What is that, a temporary fix? Just until... By the time I get done with Power Tour, I'll be like, I'm done. Send the car's gone. Send it down the road. I'm done. I hope not, guys. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just pause this video right here until I can get a hold of the guy and find out what's going on. I don't know if Santa's Workshop will be back in this video. He may be, or he may not be, depending on when I get answers to all of this. But in case you don't get to come back, thank you, Michael, for your help. He did all of it for me. And then he recorded me pulling the parts out. Let's just be honest. Let's just tell the truth. I held the camera. Let's just tell the truth. No, he's a big help, man. He really is. But I don't want people thinking that I can't do anything on my own. I would have figured that shifter out eventually.
Well, yeah. when you're yanking on, why is this? Oh yeah.
I would have figured it out eventually. I promise you. When I looked up there and see the shifter still sitting there, I guarantee I'd have been like, you know what? I should have took that shifter out. I'd have figured, but I appreciate it. Guys, if you don't know who Santa's Workshop is, again, go click his link under the video, subscribe to his channel. He would truly appreciate it. He's got a lot going on over there, and I appreciate him taking time out of his day to come over here and help me, especially since you were supposed to be home an hour ago.
Oh, well.
Yeah, well,
it's only sleep.
I'm going to get yelled at myself because I, too, was supposed to be home. You know, nothing ever goes the way it's supposed to.
No.
Never goes the way it's supposed to. But at the end of the day, it's half apart. All I got left to do is pull the motor out.
Well, just word of wisdom. Never say it's only going to take 10 minutes tops.
What? An hour? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to get out of here. I will be back with you as soon as I have an answer to all of this mess. All right, I promised you guys a resolution to the transmission problem in the video. Since we're at the end of the video, might as well tell you what happened. I contacted the guy that built the transmission, and he is building me another one. And it should be here within a week's time. So stay tuned, because we're going to come back, and we're going to put the transmission back in. The next video you should see on the Chevelle will be removing the engine with the help of Santa from Santa's Workshop. You saw him earlier in the video. So again, before we get out of here, definitely go down to the description box below, click on his link, and go subscribe to his channel. We're going to get out of here, though, because I'm about to start filming removing the engine out of this car so that we can tear it down and do a reseal on it and put it all back together. And hopefully, for me, sometime by the end of this week, maybe early next week, I'll be driving this car again. Again, big shout out and thank you to Santa's Workshop. Thank you to you guys for watching. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed the content. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and stay safe out there. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.